Hey guys, it's Jalen and I'm back for another video, and today we're going to talk about episode 6 of the 2019 series. As you can read by the title, this is episode 6. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the time that Fraudulent introduced me to his sugar daddy. And we're going to get into what that means in a little bit. But before we do that, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. We are on the road to 1K, as I stated in the previous story time, in the previous video. I'm doing a giveaway at 1K. I'm giving away nail products and a free press-on kit, press-on sets. It's going to come with glue and everything. I'm giving that away at 1K. So let's get to 1K, and I'm going to be picking 3 winners at random. Once we hit 1K, I'll drop the official rules of the giveaway, but I'm letting you know that a giveaway is coming. A giveaway is coming to a theater near y'all. Y'all get me to 1K, and I'm going to give away some nail stuff. So without further ado, let's roll this intro. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and let's get into it. Roll the goddamn intro. Alright, so now we're going to get into what happened. So this happened in 2019, mind you. I'm only going to talk about the event, this specific event, the very first time I met this guy. There are multiple different stories of what happened with this man, and Fraudulent did not cut him off until like 2020. That's the last we've heard of this guy. But all of this started in 2019. So we're going to get into everything that happened with this man. Mind you, let me just give a description of this guy. This guy was in his 50s. He was a total creep. Remember what I said in the he fucked the plug story time? Yeah. Remember what I said in that story time about Fraudulent and how Fraudulent was a real big thought and Fraudulent would just suck whatever dick? Yeah. And that included old men. Now, this guy knew very well that we were all under 21. He is considered a pedophile in my eyes, because if you're under 21, you're still a teenager. You're not an adult. 18 might legally mean that you're an adult legally, but you still can't do shit. When you're 21, that's when you can start going to bars and buying liquor. That is what makes you an adult, being 21. We were all underage. Fraudulent was 18 and I was 19. And Pretty is 3 years younger than me, so Pretty had to be, I think, like 17. Yeah, Pretty had to be just turning 17 at this time. So, yeah, Pretty was just turning 17. So, you're going to see a weird glitch that happened because my phone just said low battery, but it's okay. This video is going to be done before my phone even shuts off. So, yeah. This whole situation fucked everybody up mentally, because we did not expect the things that happened. Mind you, I never slept with this man. Let me clarify that before I tell y'all what happened. I never slept with this man. The only person that slept with this man consistently is fucking Fraudulent. Fraudulent was persistent on fucking this man. I don't know, maybe it's because this man was giving him money, this man was providing food, all sorts of things. Personally, I wasn't gonna give up no pussy, and neither was Pretty. We did not let this old ass man fuck us. It was not happening. We was not about to let him do any of the things that he wanted to do. Yes, you're gonna buy me and Pretty food. Yes, you're gonna give us money because you are a sugar daddy, okay? That is your job. Your job is not to be fucking me. If I don't wanna fuck you, stop pressuring me to fuck you. And that was this man's problem. Grown-ass 50-year-old man trying to fuck on little teenagers. You're disgusting. And I hope you see this video. You're fucking disgusting. Because you don't fucking do that. You don't fucking do shit like that. Who in their fucking right mind wants to fuck teenagers and you're 50? But you know what? People are sick in this world. And Fraudulent was just as sick. Because you're so into this whole age gap thing. Like, it was a thing with Fraudulent. Fraudulent was attracted to older men that liked little girls, little boys. He was attracted to those types of people. So I'm not going to say completely that, I'm not going to go off on a limb and say that he likes predators. I'm just saying that there was an attraction there. It turned him on to a degree. I'll say that. It turned him on to a degree when a 50-year-old man was trying to fuck him and he was a teenager. That just made him, I don't know, maybe it made him feel mature. Maybe it made him feel emasculated. I don't know what it really gave Fraudulent because I'm not in Fraudulent's head. But from what I can see, Fraudulent enjoyed that shit. Fraudulent enjoyed letting this man have sex with him. Fraudulent enjoyed using this man for whatever he could use this man for. Mind you, me and Pretty were using this man too. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. We was getting money from him. Yes, we was getting food from him. Yes, all of those things were happening. But Fraudulent was the one that went full on and fucked this man, which is disgusting. I just never agreed with. So let's get into it. We were sitting in the room one day and, you know, mind you, Fraudulent has been messing with this guy for years. Fraudulent's been messing with this guy since high school. So that should tell you a lot. Fraudulent has been messing with this guy since high school. So this is why I say this is a predator that we're dealing with. Because you were messing with him since your freshman year of high school. And this is what he had told me and Pretty. And Pretty will verify all of these things that I'm saying. So I'm not exaggerating nothing. I'm not trying to embarrass Fraudulent. This is what came out of Fraudulent's mouth. Like I said, Fraudulent has been messing with this man sexually since freshman year. And mind you, as a freshman, you're 15. So if you were messing with him when you were 15, that was only 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this man was still in his 40s. Predator. So you was messing with a predator since high school. But maybe he was grooming him. So this is why I'm saying, I know what happened. I was there for it, but I'm not gonna put on that persona and try to say that, you know, even though I don't like Fraudulent, even though Fraudulent would never ever be able to see me, be near me, be in my energy, be in my space ever again. But I will say that I cannot confirm that Fraudulent was enjoying. I can confirm that Fraudulent enjoyed this, but I can't confirm that Fraudulent likes predators. I can't confirm that. I can't publicly say that because then that would be defamation, and I'm not going to do that to this boy. I'm not going to do that to myself, really, because I'm not going to get sued for defamation. So I'm not going to say that he likes predators. I'm going to say what the fuck the facts are, and the facts are you was messing with a fucking predator. Maybe he was grooming you. I don't really think it was grooming because if it was grooming, you wouldn't have consented to it. It would have been forceful. And sometimes grooming is consent. And maybe you're consenting to something. Sometimes that's how grooming is. Grooming is a very funny topic, and I'm not going to get into it too much because YouTube is very sensitive with these types of topics. So we're not going to get into grooming. But for y'all will probably feel like he was groomed, and y'all will probably try to excuse his behavior, but I'm not going to excuse none of his behavior. Groomed or not, you still shouldn't be at your big ass age wanting to fuck grown ass niggas, okay? I'm sorry. You was 15 willingly fucking him. He wasn't raping you. He wasn't forcing you into these things. You consented to this with a full mind. You've been sucking dick since you were 11, Fraudulent. Let's talk about it. It's probably a deep-rooted issue that you haven't even addressed within yourself, but you have to wake up and see that you've been fucking and sucking since 11 years old. You lost your virginity at 11. 11. And you consented to these things. That's what I'm saying. You gave the green light. You were messing with men that were older than you since you were 11 years old. Lying to men at age 11, saying that you were older. And these men believed you. That's the even crazier part. But we're not going to get into that. I'm not going to read him. I'm not going to dig too much into Fraudulent. But I just find it crazy. So we're sitting down. And Fraudulent is just telling me about this sugar daddy. I'm like, okay, we're going to give this sugar daddy a name. We're going to call him Gross. So he's telling me about Gross. And Gross, that's not going to be a good name. Let's come up with a different name. Wrinkles. So Wrinkles, you know, he was just very much, like I said, an older man. He did have a lot of wrinkles. He was old. But you've been fucking with him since you were a freshman in high school. So clearly it didn't bother you. But yeah, so he's telling me about Wrinkles. And we're just chilling, talking about Wrinkles. So he's telling me, oh, why don't you come meet Wrinkles? Wrinkles is a sugar daddy. Wrinkles will give you money and pay for your food and buy you things whenever you want. So I'm like, okay, what has Wrinkles bought you? Wrinkles bought this nigga bags. Wrinkles has paid trips, sent him money. When I tell you money, Wrinkles had coins. Wrinkles owned his own bar downtown. I'm not going to say what the bar is because I don't want y'all going and being investigators and going and trying to destroy this man because I don't want no parts of anything that's got to do with this man. I don't need this man. I don't need to give this man a reason to get in contact with me. I don't need any of it. So please, y'all, I'm just not going to say what bar it was. But just know that he worked at a bar downtown and he owned the place. So We're just talking about him, and I'm asking, Fraudulent all these types of questions like, well, what is he about? What is he like? Does he get sex from you? And that is when Fraudulent explained to me his history with Wrinkles. And I just sat there taking all of that information in, processing it, knowing that there had to be some sort of issue there. There had to be some sort of problem, because how are you a freshman in high school messing with a 40-year-old man? He was 50 at the time, but he was in his 40s when you was in high school, so I say 40-year-old man. So how you had that mindset to fuck a 40-year-old? I don't know. But, whatever. So I ultimately agreed to meet this guy. Because honestly, at the time, who's going to turn down money? If you giving me money and I ain't got to suck your dick for it, because this bitch is already... This is how I see it. This bitch, and y'all might look at it like this too, this bitch was basically fucking, and me and Pretty were sitting and getting this shit without having to fuck. That's going to show you something about me and Pretty's character and Fraudulent's character. Fraudulent feels the need to fuck niggas to get shit out of them. Me and Pretty ain't gotta suck a dick, lick a ass crack, suck a ball. Me and Pretty don't gotta do none of those things, and niggas will wanna treat us and buy us shit and spend money on us just because we're pretty. So me and Pretty were very casual about it. Mind you, Pretty had already met this man. So I just wanted to bring that up. Pretty had met this man before I had met this man. So I had asked Pretty privately in the messages. I said, oh, well, Fraudulent is taking me to go meet his sugar daddy. What can you tell me about him? Because he's telling me that you met him before. So then, Pretty just explains to me what I explained to y'all already about Wrinkles. That Wrinkles, he's just some old man, very horny, always wanting to fuck people. So we do that. We go, it's me and Fraudulent by ourselves. We go, I meet the guy. At first, the guy was just trying to get to know me, but then he kept trying to touch me inappropriately, and I kept telling him, I'm not into you like that. I don't want to have sex. I'm not into you. I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to do nothing with you. You and Fraudulent over here, y'all can have sex. I'm just here for moral support. And I expressed this to Wrinkles. Wrinkles always kept pushing it and trying to get me to do stuff with him, and I never would want to a point where I slapped Wrinkles in his face. The very first day I met him, I slapped him. Because you're not going to think that you're about to take advantage of me. You might get over on fucking Fraudulent over here, because Fraudulent just sucks dick for coins, and it's no shade to sex workers, because I love my sex workers. Y'all be hustling, and I respect y'all. But this bitch was not no professional sex worker. This bitch was sloppy with it, catching STDs, all types of shit. Y'all are at least protective, and I can support that, and I can respect y'all hustle. But this bitch, I ain't got no respect for this bitch, so I'm about to dog this bitch out. So the fact that Fraudulent allowed this man to put his hands on me in a sexual way, and I had to keep fucking rejecting this man and keep pushing away from him, and keep fucking telling him no and pushing him off, and keep fucking telling him to back the fuck up from me, and you're sitting here not trying to say nothing to me, just shows how much you care about me, how much you don't care. Like, at the end of the day, if you know that this is what you want to do with this man, you're bringing me for moral support. Why didn't you tell this man, hey, my friend is coming, well, at the time, best friend. My best friend is coming. He does not want to have sex. He's not into that type of thing. But no, you're not doing that. You're sitting there allowing this man to do these things, and I'm telling you that I don't want to do nothing with him, and you're just sitting here. You're even telling me yourself. Fraudulent is telling me, oh, just do it. Just do it. Just fuck him. Just fuck him so he can leave you alone. Girl, I'm not going to fuck him. I'm not going to have my body anywhere near this fucking man. He's disgusting. Disgusting. So I just decided to just keep pushing him. And I kept pushing him off. Every single time we would go to see this man, he would try it. There was one time where we all ordered drinks from the bar. My dumb 19-year-old ass, and y'all can curse me out in the comments, my dumb 19-year-old ass lets this man make me a drink. I let him make me a drink. But mind you, I was watching him the whole time. He was making a drink. He didn't do nothing funny to the drink when I was watching him. But then I had stepped away to the bathroom, just casually going to pee. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pee. He's not going to do nothing to the drink. If he wanted to do something to the drink, he would have told me that he's making me some sort of special drink. I come back, and there's more liquor in my cup. So I'm looking. I smell the cup. Nothing smells off about the cup. I'm drinking. I see Pretty, and this is a separate day. Mind you, that first day, all that shit happened. This is a separate day that we went and met up with this man. So this time, Pretty was with us. Pretty is sitting over there sipping her drink, and I'm sipping my drink, and I'm looking at Pretty. I'm like, Pretty, does it taste weird to you? Because my drink, it tastes like it has too much alcohol in it. Mind you, I wanted him to make me a Shirley Temple. That's what I asked for. And Shirley Temple don't need that much liquor in it, unless you want it like that. I didn't want that much liquor. I wasn't trying to get that saucy. I smoke more than I drink, so I was rather, trying to smoke or whatever. Pretty says, yeah, girl, my drink is a little funny, but it's probably just the liquor. So we just continue to drink. We drank that whole glass. When I tell you, we were in the bar, we went on his phone and ordered mad DoorDash food. We ordered so much food that me, Pretty, and Fraudulent took all of that food back to Fraudulent's house later that night. So then, after I drank that whole drink, I look at Fraudulent. Fraudulent is out of it. His eyes were so bugged out. And mind you, yes, Fraudulent does coke. Don't know if I can't confirm if Fraudulent does it right now as we speak, as I'm recording this video. I don't know if Fraudulent is actively still doing coke, probably. But at the time, Fraudulent was heavy on that white shit. Fraudulent was on the white stuff like there was no tomorrow. So I know the difference between Fraudulent high, Fraudulent drunk, and Fraudulent on the white stuff. This was neither of those things. None of those things. He didn't have none of those faces that I normally know he has when he's on those types of levels of being intoxicated. He wasn't like that. His eyes were different. It was like he had popped the E-pill or a Xanny or something was crushed up in there. It was something. And then out of nowhere, Fraudulent drops his clothes, gets completely naked in the bar, gets on top of the table and starts twerking on the table. Mind you, this man is recording Fraudulent. And I told him, stop recording my friend. Stop recording my friend. My friend doesn't want to be recorded. He's just shaking his ass. He's being goofy. He's drunk. Stop recording him. So then Fraudulent goes off on me, and Fraudulent's like, no, girl, let him record. We about to fuck anyways. If y'all want to join, y'all can join. Me and Pretty said, no, we're not doing that. So we sat there, and they both made us watch them fuck. They fucked in the restaurant on top of the table, and we were watching. We weren't watching to watch them fuck. We were watching to make sure he didn't do nothing crazy to Fraudulent. Because me and Pretty are real friends like that. If we know that you're going out and doing stuff with somebody that we feel like is sketchy, we're gonna be there because we need to make sure nothing happens to you. We didn't want him to die. We didn't want him to get hurt. But Fraudulent didn't give a fuck about that. So Fraudulent was over there getting railed. When I tell you getting railed, it was so bad to the point where Fraudulent was bleeding after. And when Fraudulent came down from that whatever drug he put in the drinks, because we were drugged too. We felt the drugs in our system, but it didn't make us react like that. I don't know why me and Pretty didn't react like the way that Fraudulent reacted, but he reacted so bad that when he came down off it, he started crying. And we're trying to figure out why Fraudulent was crying. Fraudulent wipes his tears. He's like, oh, tell him to make me another drink. He makes him another drink, and this time we see him put something in there. So we take the drink after the guy leaves, goes behind the bar to, I guess, make him a drink. So we take the drink away and we pour it in the seat next to us. We pour it like down. It was okay. So to explain the restaurant to y'all, it's tables. It's regular tables with chairs at the end. But we were sitting at an area where it was a booth and then a table and then chairs. So Fraudulent was on the side with the chairs and we were on the side with the booth. We went underneath the booth and poured the liquor on the floor. So then it looked like he needed another drink. So then when the man came back, I'm saying the man because I'm getting tired of saying Wrinkles. But when Wrinkles came back, he saw that Fraudulent needed a refill. So then this time we watched him and he was watching us watch him make the drink. So we knew now that he did have drugged all of us. But me and Pretty were not reacting that way. So we ended up all leaving. Once we get to Fraudulent's place, me and Pretty have to take the only shit. We had to poop so bad. I guess our bodies reacted that way instead of the way that Fraudulent's body reacted to it. When I tell you, I got in that bathroom and it just all flew out of me, and then I felt better after. After all of that came out, I felt better. Pretty went and did her thing in the bathroom. She felt way better after that. So then we decided to chill. We all drank some water. Fraudulent rolled up a blunt. And then Fraudulent's sister, who I think I named her Daisy. So we're going to call her Daisy. So Daisy walks into the room. And Daisy wants to smoke too. So Daisy rolls up her own blunt. And we all go into the balcony to smoke. We're telling Daisy what happened. And that's when Daisy tells us, yeah, Fraudulent's been doing coke for a long time. I caught Fraudulent laying down. Mind you, Daisy's talking about her own brother. And their relationship was always iffy, but I know to this day, the bitch is gonna defend her brother no matter what. But she did tell us that this bitch was doing coke. Literally, had said that. And it didn't surprise me because Fraudulent already told me that Fraudulent did coke. Fraudulent already told me that he had did coke and that he actively does it. So that's what kind of happened. And, you know, it just turned me off real bad. Real bad. This old man was just so creepy and it was just so disgusting how he was. And the more I thought about it, made me want to not go over there. But we kept going over there, y'all. We kept going over there because me and Pretty just simply wanted the money and the food that we was getting. And we really went over there to really protect Fraudulent because Fraudulent was not going to protect himself in that state. Every time we went, he was always putting something in Fraudulent's drink, and we kept checking him about it. And when we did say something, he stopped doing it for a little bit because we kept going back over there. Like I said, we kept going back over there repeatedly, multiple different times. And every time drinks would be made, food would get ordered, money would be given. Like I said, me and Pretty were only there for the money. So every time we went, the money would be given to us. But y'all, it was just so crazy. And to this day, I do not know if he's still messing with him because the last time I remember, he wasn't messing with him. But knowing Fraudulent talks to people and then stops talking to people and then talks to people again. So I don't really know if Fraudulent is still actively talking to this man. But yes, these are the things that happen with this man. And this is something that triggered me because I've never been drugged before. That was my first time getting drugged. And it didn't even give me the reaction that I felt like it was gonna give me because you know, I wasn't expecting it. I guess because I smoke a lot and I'm already smoking weed and I'm drinking and I'm already doing all these other types of things that when he did that pill thing, my body just said, okay, girl, you smoke weed and weed is more powerful. I guess that's how my body took it. I can't really explain it to you, but we didn't react that way. But what I can say is when you do smoke or drink or do whatever, your body is not going to react the same way your friend's body is going to react. Me and Pretty just so happen to have the same reaction to whatever drug he put in our drinks, but that's not always gonna happen. So with that being said, we just kept going over there for the money. After a while, me and Pretty stopped going over there. And me and Pretty just said, you know what, we can't keep doing this anymore. And we convinced Fraudulent to stop going over there. So that's when Fraudulent stopped going over there. Fraudulent cut him off. For at least to our knowledge, Fraudulent cut him off and left it at that. Ever since that day, we just never spoke about this man. This man was never brought up ever again. We just never spoke about him. And we all just moved on with our lives after that. But yeah, y'all, it was crazy. Like I said, I can't speak on anything that they're doing now because I don't speak to Fraudulent. I have a restraining order against Fraudulent. It's legal. There's a lot of legal shit that happens to me in Fraudulent. So that will never happen ever again. But what I'm saying to you is the questions that y'all might be having bubbling in your head, because I know y'all thinking, damn, are they still talking? Are they still thinking? I can't answer those questions for you. And Fraudulent is blocked from this channel. So Fraudulent can't answer the questions for you. And I would never let Fraudulent interact with y'all and then let y'all get fed toxicity and let y'all's days be ruined because y'all had to see some ugly ass bitch on y'all timeline. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm really not gonna do that to y'all. So yeah, those questions that you have in your head, you're gonna have to keep having them in your head because I still have the same questions in my head. Fraudulent, we never gonna speak to Fraudulent. We never gonna find out. Y'all will never meet Fraudulent. Y'all just gonna hear the stories about Fraudulent. Okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini story time. It's not as long as the other story times, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys this story time because this was something monumental that happened in 2019 that really threw me for a fucking loop. Really threw me for a fucking loop. But if you all enjoyed the video, comment down below what your thoughts on that. Do you feel like Fraudulent was being groomed? Or do you feel like Fraudulent genuinely enjoyed it? You let me know in the comment section below what y'all think about that. And I will and I'm leaving all of that in the video. I will see you all in the next video. My name is Jada Star, and I'm out. Bye, y'all.